3 months until I vanish. 3 months until I vanish. 3 months until I vanish.
All right. Hello there. And my phone is across the room. Hold on. Hello there, and welcome to today's edition of Video Game Music on Piano. I'm your host, Jer, and I play video game music on piano. How's it going, everybody? Good to see you. What's up? Today is Wednesday, April 1st, 2025. Perfectly normal day. Yeah, perfectly normal day. Sorry for the super late start. Had a few things go over. I was in the middle of a jazz piano lesson that went until about like 7:15, because we started like way late, and then I got like extra time. And I have no idea what any of you guys are talking about. And then for some weird reason, like my camera was kind of acting up. Not really sure what the deal was. It just didn't want to. I don't know. It just was behaving oddly. Yeah, the capture card wasn't picking it up. So I don't think it was the camera's fault. Actually, I think it was the capture card's fault. So I rebooted my computer twice, and then the second time the computer decided to pick it up. So I don't know what the deal is. No idea. No idea what the deal is at all whatsoever. How's it going? I'm you too. Good to see you, Sarah Mahoney Music. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, 3 months until you vanish. Oh, well, we can't have that. I think we need to go on an expedition to make sure that you don't vanish. Good to see you, Vixen Vienna. Good to see you, Chamber Score. Good to see you, Hyrule Dragon _UDIC. Good to see you, Tarot Tail. Good to see you, Nalani Proctor. Good to see you, Gene. Gene is here. I need to do Malort. Stand up again. Get a shot glass. Claire Obscure has nothing to do with Easter. Just so you know, absolutely nothing. Is 33 an Easter thing? I don't even think Claire Obscure acknowledges Easter. Oh, yeah. Well, I usually think of Mozart, but yeah, something like that. I think Mozart or Chopin died at 33, something like that, yeah. Alright, this one goes out to, Gmail, who was born some number of years ago on this very day. I think maybe 19 years ago, possibly more, I forget. But, yeah. For Gmail. All right. Cool. Very good. Very good. Harold Drawing, nice streak you got going there. Very nice. Yeah. You drank Malort for that specific pain. I think that's why anybody drinks Malort. Yeah, I don't know if anybody would drink Malort for any other possible reason. What? Why is... Oh, jeez. What is wrong with... Oh, okay, I have a Sev 1. Okay, alright. Hold on. What is going on? Okay, is it... What? Why did something go down? What? What is going... How did that go down? What? What on earth? How could... Oh, jeez. I've just been informed that VG Leech is... Oh, never mind. It's up. Okay. Alright. Looks like it's back up now. Carry on. Not sure what happened. Okay. That was odd. Is Cloudflare under attack or something like that? Because that would be a totally, like, normal... a totally normal, you know, thing. All right. In today's gaming news, I don't know. Has anything happened today? Hey, Vilpan, how's it going? Good to see you. Sorry. I was informed just seconds ago that VG Lead Sheets is down, and then VG Lead Sheets is not down anymore. So, don't really know what to say, but I'm glad it's not down. Yeah, I'm glad the system is not down. Yeah. Status.cloudflare.com. Yeah. Super mean April Fool's joke. Like, I don't know what happened. Cloudflare status. Let's see. Okay, all right. Let's see. Cloudflare is investigating an issue involving durable object alarms. Okay, scheduled maintenance in Dublin. Okay, everything is operational, just like the Death Star. Okay. See, I stream to not think about tech. Eric MG. You can only request what's on the song list. All right, the system is up. That's right, the system is indeed up, man. Like the few times VGLeadSheets.com has gone down, like I think it's happened like once or twice. You know, it's like absolutely terrifying. Because it's like there's only so much I can do because I don't like because it's not like my literal server. It's like a rented shared hosting server. So like the most I could do is like I don't know. Bug the service provider. Yeah. Yeah, Eric MG. I mean, that's how it's always been. So I don't know. But if you really want to hear something that's not on the song list, you can redeem the unlisted song. Redeem. Yeah. Oh yeah. Qbert Magfest. That's good stuff. Yeah. Qbert for a Magfest theme. That's pretty funny. Any other good jokes on this day? I saw that some webpage put out some article about who Cloud's possible father could be. The Sanic collection. Wait, what? That sounds awesome. What is this? What was that, like Sega.com? Oh. What do we got here? Stranger in Heaven, Our Worlds, Sonic the Hedgehog, Stranger in Heaven, Yakuza 3 metaphor. Is this on like the shop? Okay, all right, shop. Merch, Sega shop. The Sanic collection. All right, let's see. Necessary. Okay. What do we got here? All right. Got this Sonic Adventure tee. Only on April Fool's Day. Are these real orders? Oh, man. Official Sonic merch. Oh, my God. Sonic and Knuckles? Oh, man. Oh, that's kind of tempting. Official Sonic merch. Wow. Is it just the first few? Is this normal Sonic merch? Yeah, that's normal Sonic merch. Okay, jacket is normal Sonic merch. Oh, man. Okay, let's not go through that page in case it autofills my address. Okay, all right. Man, okay. What a... You know, nothing will get your adrenaline pumping like knowing your website is down. Just saying. Yeah, Hyrule says, thank you for not doxing yourself. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what any of you would really do with that information anyway. How many of you are there? All 21 of you. I think like half of you know my address anyway. So, is Sib still DC'd? What? How's it going? All talk, no game. Good to see you. What else has gone on in April Fool's Day? Let's see. April Fool's Jokes 2026. Running list of April Fool's Day jokes. Yep, okay, that website doesn't work. All right, Tom's Guide, April Fool's Day jokes. I remember when Tom's Hardware Guide was like a real good website. Let's see. Tom's Guide is moving to the Truth Social. Yeah, all right. Let's see. MagSafe compatible 6-speed gear shift for your MagSafe car. Let's see. AI sticker printing machine for Fido. Let's see. Philips Hue party aware floor tiles. Okay. That one actually looks like it'd be a pretty cool product. Let's see. Apple recalls MacBook Neo for being too reparable. Let's see. The NASA launch was a success. Not a good. I'm glad NASA is still doing its thing. It's important that we have educational research going on for science. Oh, that's cool. So we got big head mode in Fortnite. Who cares? Okay. What's on Kotaku? Let's see. Kotaku.com. And any April, let's see. Overwatch had some April Fool's joke going on. Underwatch. Wow. Well, that sounds like something I would name it. Okay. I guess in gaming news, Mario Kart World patch. Mario Kart World recently had a patch. Oh my god. That has a whole lot of fixes. It introduces the Bob Om Blast, the Robert Om Blast as a battle mode. I think that means you just keep blowing each other up. Lots and lots of balance changes. Yeah, lots of balance changes. Lots of fixes. Like, look at that. I don't think I've ever seen so many bug fixes in like a single changelog. Like that's a lot of bug fixes. So good job, Nintendo, for fixing Mario Kart World on things I didn't even know were broken. Yeah. But yeah, that's your gaming news for the day. Let's see. All right, now I gotta claim a whole bunch of channel points from Gene. So let me click on the check mark there. Is SongListBot working? Also, I totally missed the hype train, so I'm sorry. Let's check up on SongListBot. How's it going, Aslan? How are you liking Expedition 33? 26. All right, Songless Bot, come back. Thank you. All right, Songless Bot should be here now. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. I don't know if I have anything else to say. I hope all of you have been having a great April Fool's Day. For those of you who, again, are in America, your income taxes are due to the federal government in about 2 weeks. So, yeah, feel free to, either try to get that refund or not get that refund. Yeah. They have to owe money to the government. Mr. Dewpoint will have to catch the VOD. Okay. Yeah, get your taxes done before VGM con, otherwise you'll have to pay fines or something. Yeah. Yeah, everyone go follow Eslin. Playing through Expedition 33. I hope he likes it. I don't know how far he got. I had to, leave the stream. But, great music in that game. Yeah. It is a great game. I'm glad you like it. The game looks really good. The game both looks and sounds really good. And I think my reception had cut out by the time you had made it past the boat trip. Yeah, no spoilers. So, yeah. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm U2. Would you like that song to be in the song list? I will add it for you. Hold on. Songs. Let's see. Create new song. Attributes. Tomorrow, near persona. Path. If you know, anime. All right. Title. Voices. Artist. Macross. Plus. Yeah. Good show, by the way, Macross Plus. Good stuff. For those of you who wonder if I care about Gundam, I didn't really grow up with Gundam. I don't really care for Gundam, unfortunately. Just not part of my childhood experience. However, I do like Macross a lot, also known as Robotech in the United States. So the giant robot-related things that I care about are Xenogears and Robotech / Macross. Yeah, good stuff. Have a good lurk, Sarah Mahoney Music. Everybody go follow the one and only Sarah Mahoney Music at twitch.tv/Sarah Mahoney Music for some super awesome pop rock needs, for all your super awesome pop rock needs, usually when I'm sleeping. Oh, we got some lave. Nice. Yeah, your favorite giant robots are lions. Wow. Are you lion? Taldar, thank you very much for the 50 months. Man, yeah, I have so much adrenaline going from trying to get my camera working. Sorry it took so long to get that back up. All right, Hyrule Dragon _UDIC wants to hear Radical Dreamers from Chrono Cross. So I just realized the sound was off. So there you go. Or the background stream music was off. So there you go. Twitch just said your message failed to send. Weird. Yeah, I don't know, Fabian. But here's Radical Dreamers. Alright, that was Radical Dreamers from Chrono Cross. Great tune composed by the one and only Yasunori Mitsuda from a game with a super great and super killer soundtrack. Oh, yeah, absolutely love the music from that game. How's it going, USA? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. One's in chat if you played Chrono Cross. Yeah, one's in chat if you actually played Chrono Cross. Cool. Nice. Very good. Hyrule Dragon, how did you play Chrono Cross or Chrono Trigger first? And then, if so, what did you think of Chrono Cross? The story, anyway. Meanwhile, here is Kate's theme from Octopath Traveler 2. Yeah. What do you think of the story for Chrono Cross? right, that was Kate's theme from Octopath Traveler 2, composed by Yasunori Nishiki. Thank you very much for the request, Hero Tail. Luke, how's it going? Good to see you. Thank you very much for the kindness. Let me know if there's anything that you would like to hear. The VG lead sheets have always been good. Yes, that is absolutely right. The lead sheets on VGLeadsheets.com have always been good. That is absolutely right. Thank you very much. All right. Oh, yeah, Luke, if there's anything you want to hear, let me know. And I'll bump it up to like near the top. All right, have a good lurk, Nalani Proctor. Have fun preparing for the VGM con. Man, wasn't me, Nalani, and ZD Major 7 are in this group chat where we're like trying to figure out what to play for we're trying to figure out what to play for the gig we're doing, VGM for Everybody's Souls, right? And Nalani was asking like, "Do you want to do this song? Do you want to do that song?" And I'm just kind of like, and then she's like, "Do you want me to do this song?" I'm kind of like, I already know that one, so you don't need to do that song unless you really, really like that song. I don't want to make any more work for you. And then at some point I said something like, what did I say? I said something. I was like, make sure you don't overwork yourself. Something firstborn overachieving overworking syndrome. And it just kind of hit a nerve with like me, ZD Major 7, and Nalani. Because all of us are firstborn with younger siblings. And there are studies that show that like firstborns are like, I don't know, the ones who like work really hard. Not that the other ones don't work really hard, by the way. But the studies are like, the overachievers are like the firstborns, the middle children are like the really good negotiators, and then like the youngest are like the most like best performers. It's something like that. So it's just really funny to say something like that. Gene says, "I'm breaking the mold as a firstborn." Nice. Well, I don't know, Gene. You put together your own con and you got into streaming. That sounds like firstborn behavior to me. How's it going, Downtown Elijah Brown? Everybody go follow Downtown Elijah Brown. I don't know if he streams or not, but he's an awesome musician and sax player and posts a lot on YouTube. Yeah, cool guy. We hung out at the mid-lane esports jam session. That happens like once a month. Although, I don't know if they'll be having those anymore because I hear that mid-lane ain't doing so hot. Don't really know what's right. Yeah, hopefully they figure something out. But yeah, everybody say hi to Downtown Elijah Brown. Yeah. Gene says, "Okay, look, you may be right." Yeah. There's also, I think there's also probably something about like reluctant firstborns. Like I think I might fall into that category. But yeah. That's right. It is indeed very good lead sheets day. That's right. After all, our lead sheets are always very good. All year round. All right, next up. Been waiting for this very day for Jared to download all the anime. What are you talking about? All right, here's Cyrus the Scholar, requested by Tarot Tail from the game Octopath Traveler. Oh, I see what you're saying. Cyrus the Scholar from Octopath Traveler, composed by Yasunori Nishiki. Thank you very much for the request. Tarot Tale. Great tune. Great tune. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Teldar, the guys at VG Lead Sheets, they put together so much work into, like, not just transcribing, but, like, double-checking the sheets, working out, like, the ambiguous cases to, like, figure out, like, what the best way is to write something when there's more than one interpretation, you know? It's so much. Mewtwo says, the smallest hints of Hollow Knight Troop DLC leads me to ask if you played any Hollow Knight recently. I have not played any Hollow Knight recently. I'm still wandering around with this dream nail, wondering what to do with it. How's it going, Pinecone? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oh. You know, it's like I have this dream nail and I have no idea what to do with it. I think I, like, used it once on some thing that was, like, up and left of Dirtmouth, or Dirtmouth, like up and left of the town, I think. Maybe that's where it was. And then I just have no idea what I'm supposed to do with it. Eldraine says, I've been enjoying the view I'm getting into the process. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. What do you think of the process? Is it similar to coding? The college? What? What are you talking about? How's it going, Adam 07950? Good to see you. And where can I find music for voices from Macross Plus? Shoot. I know it, I just don't know if I have music for it. That's in the wrong key. Oh, you gave up on Silk Song? I hear Silk Song's really hard. Howard Rank says the bits you've been helping Mark with have been coding. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah, Toddler, I keep on thinking the same thing about Dirtmouth. Yeah, I always wonder if it's yeah. Man, where can I find music for voices? I should just play it by ear. Oh wait, melody and piano. Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Huma, thank you for giving a gift sub to Adam7950. Hope you don't mind that I left out the leading 0.
They have given 180 gift subs in the channel.
Okay, I think I found sufficient music for voices. Hopefully it's all right. That looks okay. All right. Sorry, I meant omitted. How's it going, Blue? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, here is voices from Macross Plus. Hopefully I don't screw it up. I've never looked at this music before, but here goes. All right, that was Voices, composed by Yoko Kano. Thank you very much for the request. I'm you too. Hopefully I'll find a better sheet for that at some point. Yeah. One's in chat if you've seen Macross Plus. Oh yeah, one's in chat if you've seen Macross Plus. Well, Gene, I think you could check the website yourself and let me know if it's on there. But yeah, nobody. So for those of you who don't know anything about Macross, Macross is an anime that was also known as Robotech in America for various licensing reasons. And rather than having like giant, completely humanoid like robots, they have robots that look like F-18 fighter jets. Kind of like that. But then they can also turn into like a humanoid looking oh, jeez. Wow, this thing's just falling apart. But they can also turn into a humanoid-looking robot. And it's a story about an alien invasion on Earth by an alien race, species, whatever, that doesn't know anything except how to fight. Wow, this quality of this thing is like whatever. Okay. And there's always like a love triangle in the show, and it's a nice show. I like it a lot. Anyway, can the robot form play the piano? Can I show you that it flies around? Not right now, unfortunately. I'll talk no game. I was in the middle of doing the exact opposite, but yeah, and also like music like is usually like a plot device. Like one of the love interests is usually some kind of singer of some sort, and then the other one is like some military person. Sometimes, at least in the first series. I mean, it's a nice show. I like it a lot. Let's see, thumb is on this side, so this is a left hand, and then thumb is on this side, so it's a right hand. The Palladium RPG books. Yeah, I read a few of those. I actually enjoyed those. Yeah, nice stuff. Kind of a deep cut, but nice stuff. Does it ever fall in love with a toaster? No, not really. Yeah, it's this nice story about like love and relationships and war and music and stuff that I would probably enjoy learning about. And in the Japanese version of the show, the series starts out with, well, I guess in both versions of the show, the series starts out with an alien spaceship crashing on Earth, and it's like advanced alien technology. And in the American version of the show, it is called the SDF-1. It's the Super Dimensional Fortress. But in the Japanese version of the show, it is the Alien Starship 1, also known as the ASS-1. So, take that what you will. I'm just letting you know what I know. And, yeah, that's just how it went down. I don't know what they were thinking. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Brave Little Toasters are awesome. Good stuff. That's right, the ASS-1. Yeah, that's right. Wow, I'll make that look better later. Yeah. Robo Macross ASS-1. Yeah. Yeah, so if you look at like the Macross fandom wiki, it shows you the Supervision Army Gun Destroyer is also commonly known as the Alien Starship 1 or the ASS-1, right? This thing is featured in the Super Dimensional Fortress Macross. Yeah, that's right. It is indeed the ASS-1. Yeah, and later it developed into the SDF-1 Macross, which is this sucker. Anyway, this is like very 80s anime of me, so moving on. All right. Next up, Dragon Master on X underscore wants to hear Mansion Basement. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped that. Okay, all right. Here you go. There you go. What was that? Mansion Basement from Resident Evil Director's Cut, composed by Takashi Niigaki. Very good. Oh. Pinecone, why did your name turn blue? Or turn red? It's usually blue. Did you just change your name color? Also, congrats on your NASA Artemis badge. Alright, next up, we have a request from Taladar for Dragon Roost Island. Alright, that was A Secret of the Forest from Chrono Trigger. Thank you very much for the request, Taladar. Great tune that was composed by the one and only Yasunori Mitsuda. And then for Evil Panda's request, I'm going to bump Taro Tales to the top. Because Taro Tale is curious about the song Rhythm Emotion. So I think I want to take a look at the song Rhythm Emotion. Oh, this is like a step up from what I know it in. Okay. All right, this is a Rhythm Emotion from Gundam Wing. Wow, they wrote that in the weirdest way possible. Praise a lot. That was Rhythm of Motion from Gundam Wing. For some reason, I know that song in D minor, where it goes like... Good song. Like, I didn't watch Gundam, but that song stuck around. I don't even know if it's the opening or the ending song, because I totally didn't watch the show. But also, I thought like... I thought that Heavy Arms was kind of a funny name. I remember thinking that. Yeah, Heavy Arms being kind of a funny name. Second opener. Okay. Oh, I see. So it wasn't the... Okay. That's why I never figured it out. Oh. Oh, yeah. There is a Super Nintendo fighting game for that. I remember that game being pretty big in the ROM scene about 25 years ago. Man. Good times. Good times. Alright, here is the Waltz of Chihiro from Spirited Away, requested by It's Gene. Alright, that was the Waltz of Chihiro from Spirited Away, composed by the one and only Joe Hisaishi. Super great composer. Great dude. I forget what his actual name is, but yeah. Good stuff. Alright. Alright, God. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Gene. Thanks. How's it going, Renoa Run? At least that's what I think of whenever I read your name. Alright, next up we have a request from Luke for Battle 2 from Final Fantasy IV. Also, Luke, I don't know if I know my Portuguese correctly, but does that name, A Guerreira das Galaxias, basically mean War in the Galaxies or something like that? Alright, Battle 2, Final Fantasy IV. Let me pull that up. Okay, cool. So I was able to recognize it. Hooray. You know, that sounds an awful lot like Star Wars. Man, there's just something about this genre of like wars in the stars, you know, like, man. Good old Star Wars. Yeah, good old Star Wars. All right. Was that battle 2 or 1? 2. Sorry, I picked 1. Hold on. Fight 2. All right. That's enough reading through the Final Fantasy IV book. Thank you very much for the request, Luke. That was all composed by Nobuo Uematsu, way back in like the early 90s. Yeah. iMewtwo says, I think one day a Final Fantasy battle theme ranking must be done. Do you mean a battle theme or a boss theme or all? Because, like, when it comes to, like, battle themes, like, if you say exclusively battle themes, my vote is for... If I were to go for boss themes, I would go. It does, Gene. And then if I were to go for like final battle themes, I would go for how's that one go? Anyway, I might be incredibly biased. How's it going, Lasercats? Good to see you. Eslin, I did not hear about that. I will learn more about that later today. That is super awesome. It sounds like a great time. Curious as to what prompted the Chrono Trigger reading. Now, other notable final boss themes are, of course, One Winged Angel. That's always a notable one. I would love to count Birth of a God, the one that goes, I would love to count that one. That's not technically a final boss song. I think one of my favorite final boss songs, which is incredibly underrepresented, because I've never seen anyone actually look for it or request or even play it, is this one. Jeez. And then it goes into Anyway, I think 8 has a really cool final battle theme that no one seems to really acknowledge, and I think I might like it better than 7's final battle theme. Usa, how have you been? Good to see you. Other proms from KH2. Nice. I don't have a lot of Kingdom Hearts music. The only aside from what we have on VGLeadSheets.com, the like full piano arrangements I have of Kingdom Hearts music is like uh, contained in these two books, Piano Collections Kingdom Hearts and Piano Collections Kingdom Hearts Field and Battle. And these are all really super, super, super hard. Like I would need to like practice like one of them every day for like half a year to play one of them. At least half a year. Hard. But yeah, Yoko Shimomura is a totally dope composer. Yeah. You've seen the Kingdom Hearts sheet music? Oh man. Yeah, I mean Shimomura, she's a classically trained like class. Her style is classical, so and she's also a pianist. So when she writes for piano, it's like, it's hard. Shimmer 16, I know you stopped it. You hopped in earlier. How have you been? Good to see you. Oh, yeah, I gotta ask Sarah about that. That sounds like a really fun time. Pinecone says Chrono Trigger Battle Theme honestly doesn't compete very well with some other games, even though the rest of the soundtrack definitely competes. I totally agree. Yeah, when I think of the... Also, how's it going, Lunaseer? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Congrats on your stream streak. 5 stream streak. Hooray. The Chrono Trigger Battle theme, like, I don't know. I think it's kind of dull, to be honest. Like, sorry, Mitsuda, but, like... The whole song is like... Yeah, it's got that, right? And it's got that, like, really fast part. That really fast, like... In fact, I can't even play because it's, like, stupid fast. And it goes... It's a fun jam. Yeah, it's a bunch of that. There's just something about those Uematsu battle themes that's like, this is good stuff. Although I do think the Chrono Trigger boss battle, the Chrono Trigger like boss battle stuff is really solid. That one. And then there's another song that you don't hear a whole lot, which I think is the second boss battle theme. There's that one. And then there's also this song that isn't in the game. It was an unreleased track from the game, but I think it's a total banger. I'm not sure who composed it. It's the one that goes, let it be. Oh. That's... And then the other unreleased track is the one, and I'm guessing it's probably this one that she played. It goes, So good, so good. I think at least one of those two songs did indeed make their way into the Nintendo DS release of Chrono Trigger. Although the thing to note about the DS release of Chrono Trigger is that the extra content is kind of hit or miss. That some people think the extra dungeon or whatever is like not really worth it. Is it really worth it? I'm not entirely sure, but people have mixed opinions on that one, I think. I'm trying to figure out how to make this slightly less red. Let's do... What else is red? Why is this entire stream red? Let's do... Well, I guess that'll work. Although that's a little too white light for me. Let's do that. Okay. Yeah, let's go back to that. Okay. Lazy Cat says, I don't know why I'm reminded of this, but I really love the metalcore boss themes in Sonic Frontiers. Nice stuff. I don't know those too well. I should check those out. Yeah, I should check those out. Is Sonic Frontiers the one that like came out during COVID? Gene says, people seem to have an issue with the Steam release of Chrono Trigger. What are the issues with it? I was gifted it and haven't played it yet. Gene, I can tell you that there were a lot of issues with the Steam release at launch for that game. It was apparently really buggy. I think it's a very good way to play Chrono Trigger. You get like full widescreen support, among other things. As you know full well that you will find that people have issues with literally everything. So, if you for some reason haven't played Chrono Trigger yet, it's a perfectly fine release. Classic, my issue with the Steam release of Chrono Trigger is that I'm just irrationally attached to the Super Nintendo translation, which is only in the Super Nintendo and PlayStation 1 versions, I believe. So, and nobody should play the PlayStation 1 version of Chrono Trigger because it's absolutely terrible for lots of technical reasons involving load time. Yeah, I think the DS and Steam releases of Chrono Trigger are perfectly fine overall. People will always find something to nitpick about, and then that thing that they nitpick about will be a reason to not like it. But overall, I think it's fine. In 2022 for Sonic Frontiers, that sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right. How's it going, Gibson Lens? Good to see you. Everybody follow Gibson Lens at twitch.tv/Gibson Lens, who is working on the game Kiln. There's an open beta for that next week, 1 week before VGM Con. Yeah. I mean, if you want to try the Steam release of Chrono Trigger, don't let people complaining about it turn you off from it. I think it's fine. I didn't play all the way through it. Nalani, I think, played all the way through the Steam release of Chrono Trigger. So if you really want somebody's opinion, who's played it and isn't like somebody to nitpick all of Chrono Trigger, you could probably ask Nalani for her thoughts on it. But yeah, Gibson Lens is a cool dude, plays piano, likes that Andrew Lloyd Webber and Dresden Dolls and many more, and gives rad movie reviews. Pinecone says, it crashed once. That's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, I'm sure there are like a billion Chrono Trigger randos out there. Probably been randomized as much as like Ocarina of Time or something. That's right, Huma. I did say to not play Chrono Trigger on PS1. It's just really bad. It's the sort of thing where it's like when I played, I wanted to like it, but I didn't understand why I didn't like it because I was like a kid. You ever watch something as a kid and you wanted to like it because it was like part of a franchise that you enjoyed, but then you didn't know why you didn't like it, and you really wanted to like it because it was part of something that you loved a whole lot? Yeah, I was that way with Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. I didn't really understand why I didn't like the movie. took my parents and my brother to see that in theaters. That's right. That's right. We saw Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within in theaters, and I remember leaving the movie theater feeling very confused. Yeah, I felt super confused about what I had just seen, and I wanted to like it. I didn't dislike it. I didn't love it, but I wanted to like it more than I was feeling at the time. Huma, that's true. That's true. But, you know, if you have to, like, do a snack or potty break every single time you have to open the menu in Chrono Trigger, it's kind of frustrating. Sonic 06, oh man. Gene asked, would it run that way emulated? You know, that's a good question. I don't know. I've never tried to run the PlayStation 1 version of Chrono Trigger emulated. You might want, you know, feel free to try it out. Also, like, the only difference between, well, that's not true. Yeah, there are a few other differences that are kind of odd, but loading time is the main one that stands out. Yeah. I mean, let's just find a video of it. You can also see the anime cutscenes in the DS and Steam versions of Chrono Trigger, which is nice. Although one or two of them are like tie-ins to Chrono Cross that I don't think need to be there. Anyway. Chrono Trigger PS1 playthrough. Let's see. Wow. Alright. Yeah, okay. Let's just, like, get to a battle or something. Also, why did they stretch the aspect ratio? That's so... Anyway. Alright. Alright, PS1 Chrono Trigger. Let's see it. Did they emulate this? They must have. I remember that battle scene taking a lot longer. Yeah, just look how long it takes to load that menu. What the heck? The guy just wants to load the menu. This is like unacceptable for a PlayStation, for a Super Nintendo game. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like almost 4 seconds to load that menu. Also, that sound effect sounds slightly off. Oh my god. More menu, more loading. Ugh. Ugh, jeez. Environment took a while to load. Battle starts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 5 seconds until, like, you know, until the battle start chime. Yeah, well, like this PlayStation 1 version is just not that great. As it says, I do either the Super Nintendo or Steam version. Completely agree. The only reason to play the DS version is if you are actually playing the DS version on a DS and you want to play Chrono Trigger, like, on the go. Yeah, I think there are good reasons to play the DS version. I had fun with it. How's it going, Tango_Cat? Good to see you. All right, here is the merry-go-round of life from Howl's Moving Castle. Oh, you know what I should have done today? I don't know why I didn't think of this. I should have set my keyboard to 432 hertz. Yeah, why didn't I do that? That would have been really funny. Sorry, alright, we'll go back to 440. There you go. Alright, that was the merry-go-round of life from Howl's Moving Castle. Thank you very much for the request, Show Me Girl 16. Cool tune. Cool tune. Yeah, playing at 432 hertz it's something else. Like, we've all been so used to hearing A equals 440 that if I were to play something that all of you know, in 432 hertz, like, it would totally throw you off. Like if I were to pull out, I don't know, what's something that you've probably heard on piano specifically a million times. Yeah, well, like I'm sure that all of you have heard this a billion times. So to hear it detuned by like 8 hertz is probably going to throw you like way off. You know, like I'm sure you've all heard that a billion times. It just sounds just slightly off, as opposed to that's what decades of conditioning will do to you. Darmok, how's it going? Good to see you. What's up? What's happening? Everybody go follow Darmok at twitch.tv/Darmok. Super awesome video game music bassist who also participates with the Baltimore Gamers Symphony Orchestra. Super rad and super cool. Also, I just found out that one of my coworkers went to MagFest. They were like, yeah, I should have mentioned when I went down to the Music and Games Festival in DC. And I was just like, you went to MagFest? I was there. It was a really funny moment, yeah. And they were like talking about the Proto Men concert. It's like, yeah, I was there too. It's like, yeah, here's my picture of the Proto Men concert. And I'm like, oh wow, you're really close. Like, yeah, well, you know. Oh, Tang Cats has ended the season and Tang underscore cut. I'm so sorry you're sick. That sucks. Especially being on a trip, like, you know. I remember being sick on a trip once with coworkers. Like I was like really stuffy and warm, and we were like going through Pike Place Market, and I was just kind of like, I am sick, but I'm going to try my hardest to enjoy this. Less weird than finding your coworker at Folsom Street Fair. I don't know what Folsom Street Fair is. I'll look it up later. But I'll take your word for it that it's weird. Getting home from BGSO. Nice. I hope it was a good time. It's not family friendly. Okay, well, I'll look it up later. Sounds good. Alright, alright, main theme of Final Fantasy IV. Let me find that chart. Alright, main theme, Final Fantasy IV. Good theme. Oh, this is way too simple. There we go. There you go. That was the main theme of Final Fantasy IV with the battle thrown in there. Thank you very much for the request, Vixen Vina. Good song. Man, some of that like early Uematsu has like some really cool bass lines. I also really liked the song. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, thank you very much for the 500 bits. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Also really enjoyed from 4. Wow, yeah, the bass line isn't here, but that's okay. Within the Giant, good song. Bass line to that one sounds like... I don't even know what is the bass line, but let me see. That sounds like a pain in the butt to play. That sounds like... Yeah. Can't really do that one. All right, next up we have a request from Pinecone for The Moon from DuckTales. There we go. Darmok, can you play that one? One that goes, sounds kind of nuts. Anyway. Oh, wait, nope. Right, shoot. Wait, shoot, nope. Yes, yes, you, Darmok. Nice. I can't imagine repeating a note that fast on my main instrument. that was The Moon from DuckTales, composed by Hiroshige Tonomura. Thank you very much for the request, Pinecone928. Good song. Good song. Now we have a request from Huma for Moonlight Densetsu from Sailor Moon. Let's see. And my page turn pedal's like only working like half the time. Why is my page turn pedal being weird? I'll know what it means, Tangy Cat. It'll be fine. You have my "You Are Sick" sympathy. Alright, that was Moonlight Densetsu from Sailor Moon, composed by the one and only Daisuke Ikeda. Thank you very much for the request. Good stuff. Alright, next up we have a request from Dragon Master X _ for Baka Mitai from Yakuza 5. You know, I don't really like singing during the evenings, but I'll try to sing quietly. Baka mitai kodomo nano ne. Yume o ootte kizu suite. Uso ga futana kuse ni warahenai ega o miseta. I love you moroku ni iwanai. Kuchibata de honmani bukiyu. Nano ni なのにどうしてさよならは言えたの。ダメだね、ダメよ、ダメなのよ。あんたが好きで好きすぎてどれだけ強いを避けても割れない思い出がバカみたい。バカみたい、ほんとバカね。あんた信じるばかりで強い女のふり、切さの夜風浴びる。一人になって3年が過ぎ、街並みさえも変わりました。なのにどうして未練だけ置き去り。ほんまにろくな男やない。揃いの指は外します。ざまみろせいせいするわ。いい加減待っててもバカみたい。ダメだね、ダメよ、ダメなのよ。あんたが好きで好きすぎてどれだけ強いを避けても歪まない思い出がバカみたい。ほんまにろくな男やない。揃いの指は外します。ざまみろせいせいするわ。なんなのよこの涙バカみたい。There you go. That was Bakami Tai. Composed Mitsuharu Fukuyama. With the words by Rosuke Hori. Thank you very much for the request, Dragmaster X _. And thank you very much for the follows. Master _ Kirby _ from an hour ago. And Ka _ Illustra Luna. Oh. That song's a fun one to sing. Because, like, when I think of, like, music that guys sing that I usually end up hearing on the radio or something, it's like 90% of the time it's sung by, like, a tenor, you know? Yeah. Somebody with one of those, like, really high voices, like, Mr. Ben Folds, going like, I opened my eyes and walked out the door, and the clouds came tumbling down, and that's... And then there goes my voice, because I can't sing that high. But then, you look at, like, Bakamitai, and it's like... Bakamitai. It's like way down here. It's like, okay, I need to learn how to think of how to sing down there. I think it was like a few months ago. I was like, let's try singing everything in the lower range and try to get used to that. Just so I can like get used to hearing how my voice actually sounds in that lower range, which is actually like the strong range for me. But I'm so not used to like hearing music that way that like I end up like defaulting to like whatever the original key is in the original octave. It's a weird thing to like play around with. Anyway, all right. Next up, we have a request from Huma for the Angry Birds theme from Angry Birds, composed by Angry Birds. There we go. That was Angry Birds by Angry Birds, composed by Angry Birds for Angry Birds. Thank you very much, Angry Bird. Please refrain from licking Angry Birds. Yeah, I'd probably get like, pecked or salmonella. That doesn't seem like a good idea. So yeah, do not recommend licking Angry Birds. Sounds like a bad time. Yeah, bird flu, swine flu, avian bird flu, yeah. Mad bird disease, yeah, mad bird disease. Maybe you'll end up being like Larry Bird and like being really good at basketball. Average Gamer Tie says, just keep practicing that lower voice register. Becomes much easier over time, I promise. Yeah, I mean, it already kind of has. I just need to like keep thinking of like that lower range, you know. But it sucks when like all the songs that you like want to sing along to are like up here. Even like Elton John, like, man, listened to a lot of Elton John as a kid. But anyway, you know, story of my life is like wanting things that didn't make sense with what I had. So, you know, just figure out how to do it yourself, I guess. Story of my life. Oh, yeah, take it down an octave, but then, like, sometimes you run into those range issues, and I have to get used to, like, hearing it down an octave, and if I can't hear it down an octave, then I don't know how to, like, adapt it to me down an octave if I can't even hear it down an octave. Because, like, I think my lowest note is, like, here, all the way down here. Yeah. Yeah, so. You know, how often you, like, hear melodies down here? Music is weird. Anyway, here's the decisive battle with Magus from Chrono Trigger. just gotta get good, right, Eric MG? Shoot, what's the first chord? Let's try and play 3 songs that have absolutely nothing to do with each other. That's right, Eric MG. They have nothing to do with each other. It's the 6th. Okay. The 6th of the 4 chord. And there's the 9 to 5. Back to 6. was Decisive Battle of Magus from Chrono Trigger, and then 2 other songs have absolutely nothing to do with Magus. That's right. Absolutely nothing. Next up, we have a request from Huma for a Pokemon Gym from Pokemon Red and Blue. No relation to Pokemon Ted or Pokemon Bert. This is just Pokemon Gym. Kind of like Asian Jim from The Office. Alright. There you go. That was a Pokemon Gym from Pokemon Red and Blue. Thank you very much for the request, Huma. Next up, we have a request from Tangy_Cat for a Cruel Angel's Thesis from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Yeah, just a little bit, Gene. It goes back. It does the whole like 1 to flat 7 to 1 thing, like kind of like the Chocobo theme. Yeah, it's just a 1 flat 7 movement. Yeah. All right, here's a Cruel Angel's Thesis. That was A Cruel Angel's Thesis from Neon Genesis Evangelion, composed by the one and only Hidetoshi Sato. Yeah. Thank you very much for the request, Tangy_cat. All right. I don't know if Fabian is here. Actually, yeah. Oh, how's it going, Late Night Slacker? Good to see you. How have you been? What's up?
Beautiful music as always.
Oh, I don't know if I can play this one. Yeah, Fabian from WC wants to hear From the Start by Lauve. Pinecone, I'll add that. Yeah, I'll add that, and that'll be the last song for the day. All right, let's try this Lauve song. That is, this is 4 pages long. What? Wait, 164? Is this a troll? No, it's not a troll. Okay. Okay. I know the song, but this is really hard to read. Thank you very much for the 100 bits, Huma. Fabian from WC, if you're hearing this or you're watching the VOD, I will find a different chart for this song by next stream, and I'll play it for you then. Yeah, that's just it's just really hard to read, and it would work so much more with chord symbols. Oh, all right, we got a hype train. Oh man, all right. All right, everybody. The way the hype trains work here are everybody types names of games. I will try to play songs from those games. Yeah, I'll try to play songs from those games. All right. Adventure of... Oh, let me get another website up here. Okay. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Don't know that one, Vixen Vita. Kirby's Adventure. Oh, okay. Alright, alright. What's a song from that game? Banjo-Kazooie. I know that's not actually how it goes, but anyway. Alright, I'll talk to a game. There we go. That was thank you everybody for the kindness and for the hype train. We reached 44% of level 1. Thank you everybody for all the kindness. Our next song is Fly Me to the Moon. Fly Me to the Moon. A song that, for some really weird reason, I always have a lot of trouble like memorizing, even though it's really, really, really simple. Like I always like forget the chords to the song, even though I know it goes around the key circle, like, and then like back, and then goes around the key circle yet again. I just always forget it. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Is that in 2? I don't know. Oh, and I know it in a different key. Okay, all right, that's fine.
Was a bit late, Fran.
was Fly Me to the Moon from Jazz, composed by, who did write that? And don't say, Bart Howard. Thank you. Yeah, Bart Howard. A fun fact, I believe the original of that song is in 3/4, if I remember correctly. I think it goes, would you like that on the song list? Let me see if it's not already there. Oh, it's not there. Yeah, I'll add that. Hold on. Fly Me to the Moon. Bart Howard. Okay. Category jazz. Okay. And I guess I should lowercase the T and 2 and the... Yeah, I'll add it. It'd be really funny, though, if I added it under, like, anime, because it's, like, the ending theme to, Evangelion. But there it sounds more like... Yeah, there it sounds like, they did it as a bossa. You're counting it as from Bayonetta. Oh, that would be a good one. It was also in Bayonetta. That's absolutely right. You know, the original "Fly Me to the Moon." Jeez, here. I think it's this one. Is this it? First recording of "Fly Me to the Moon." It was, I think the most popular version of the song is by Sinatra. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Original is in 3/4, which is kind of neat. Yeah, way before Sinatra. But I bet the one that most of you know is the one that sounds like this. Kind of funny thing about this video. The top YouTube comment here says, "Point of view, you just witnessed the most traumatic episode of your life." Anyway. Alright, we have one more song requested by Pinecone928 for the ending credits to Star Fox, because I should really learn this at some point. I think this is like one of the few arrangements that I actually wrote fingering in, because it's hard. But yeah, and then today we're going to raid after stream. Let's see, who's streaming? Who do we got? Let's raid Baron the Bard. Yeah, don't have too many options to raid Baron the Bard. He is a huge Chrono Trigger fan. Absolutely loves Chrono Trigger. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out, enjoying some video game music together. Thank you, Luke, Taladar, Nalani, and y'all for hanging out and make sure everybody's behaving. Here's the ending credits to Star Fox. And then, yeah, we're going to go raid Baron the Bard. He's also a huge fan of Amaranth. So feel free to ask him about your his love for Amaranth when you stop by over there. Yeah, if you want me to play more jazz, I mean, that would probably be really good practice for me, because my style, like my piano style, is more like, yeah, I was raised off of Disney and video game music. So yeah, if you want to put more jazz on the song list, I mean, yeah, feel free to ask for it. I know some stuff, but yeah, it'd be good practice for me. If you add it to the song, well, see, Vienna, we have the chicken and the egg problem here. Like, like there is a jazz category on the song list, and it has on it currently Alice in Wonderland, Fly Me to the Moon, Misty, Summertime, The Boy Next Door. I don't remember what that is. Autumn Leaves, Monja de Carnaval, Solar, So What, Someday My Prince Will Come, The Saga of Harrison Crab Feathers, and My Favorite Things. And that's it. There might be other jazz songs I know. They're just not on the list yet. Yeah. So, yeah, you know, if something like is truly a classic or a standard, feel free to like toss me a lead sheet or something, and maybe a YouTube recording too. All right, here's oh, we're not going to read yet. Okay, all right, here is the ending credits to Star Fox, and then and then we'll raid Baron the Bard. Thank you everybody for hanging out and enjoying some video game music together. I see Huma is in the know. That's right, deep cuts like Autumn Leaves. How is that not on my song list? How's it going, Darth Plague? Good to see you. We're doing one more song, and then we're going to go raid Baron the Bard, who is a huge fan of Chrono Trigger, although his stream might be not family friendly, if I remember correctly. But how's it going? Let me know if there is a short song that you would like to hear. Yeah. And I'll try to play that for you, and then we'll do the credits for Star Fox. Kuma says, I only know Amaranth from her appearance on podcast Financial Audit. The trucks. Want to hear? Oh, Echoes of Wisdom. Nice. Nice. Good stuff. How's it going, Ryan Noise? How's it going, Arrow? Good to see you. Echoes of Wisdom. I'm curious as to... Yeah, I'll ask in Swag Fam how you're liking that game, because I remember wanting to play it. You know, Zelda's first game after like 35 years of having her name on a video game. Anyway, here's the Star Fox credits. nice raid message. Everybody use the one that Sarah posted. Well, make it Wednesday.